Are we live? Can you hear? Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Raw Talk. Seems like we're coming in with technical difficulties tonight, but I'm going to try to hold it down anyway. Girlfriend Miss B will be right back. She's coming back in through the studios. This happens a lot. If you're with us every week, then you know that. Tonight's topic: feminine energy, and that's what we're going to get into tonight. Also, we'll be discussing chivalry in men. Are men chivalrous? Are they gentlemen like these days? Or are we just having to deal with a whole lot of riffraff? Do men not know what they're supposed to do when it comes to treating a woman properly? So those are some of the things that we're going to discuss tonight. And I can't do anything. I can say hello to the ones I just heard her say hello to. Good evening, girlfriend Janita. How you doing tonight? It's good to see you in the virtual building. Hello to all the Raw Talkers and anybody that's in with us tonight so far. Good evening. Welcome to the show. It's always an honor and a pleasure. Girlfriend Monique, hello, 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 beautiful. It's always an honor and a pleasure to have you guys stop in with us for a while and share some conversation. I'm excited tonight because I'm really interested in hearing what the women have to say about feminine energy because floating into play over the last year or two. I was saying, Miss B, girlfriend, let me tell you, girlfriend, you bring it tonight. You looking gorgeous, girlfriend. Absolutely gorgeous. Birthday cake, still
Thank you. You're
celebrating.
so sweet.
Can you hear me? Because I can't hear anything.
Oh, can you hear? I can hear you.
I can't hear you. Can
Okay.
I hear you now?
All right. Now I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I
Cool.
can
Cool.
hear you
Cool.
now.
Cool. Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
I was saying how gorgeous you looking tonight, honey. You bringing that energy tonight.
Hey, hey, feminine energy in
Yes.
full effect. Yes.
Yes, it is, baby girl. Yes, it is, hunty. Well,
Yes.
my feminine energy is not on fleek tonight, but however, I think feminine energy is nothing more than a mood. I think it's a mood and how you feeling. That's what you bringing out. That's what's gonna come out. How are you feeling? Your mood, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's high, whether it's low. That's what's gonna come out. And if you're a woman and you know who you are, 100% a woman, which I am, I'm always in my feminine energy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always there. So take over.
Well, we started talking about this. I got to say hello to the Raw Talkers in the building. Step, Raw Talker number one. She is a super fan. Thank you for being with us tonight, baby. We sure do love you. And all the way from the Lone Star State. Hello to Miss B and girlfriend Peggy from Willie Star. Nice to
Hey,
have
Mrs.
you
Star.
in the building. We
Yes.
appreciate that always. And but we started talking about feminine energy because I saw not a young lady, a woman on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok talking about talking to a man with the intention of dating and getting to know one another better. And he said to her, "I would like to take you out one day next week. Do you have any food allergies or anything I need to know about?" And she said, "No, I'm good." And he said, "Okay." And then
Mm-hmm.
he called her the next day, and he had everything laid out. He said, "I'll come and pick you up. I've made reservations at this particular restaurant." And all you have to do is, just show up and be you. And
Mm-hmm.
she expressed how refreshing that was to her and how
Yes.
excited she was about it. She said, "Oh my God," she said, "It's been so long. I'm thinking about getting a pretty dress. I'm wondering where my eyelash glue is, and all of that good stuff." And she was excited about preparing. She said, "All I have to do is be beautiful and show up."
Show up.
and just show up. Just be a woman. Just show up. And hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Jacqueline.
Hey,
you know,
beautiful.
and so um and so I said, I was talking to girlfriend, and I said, girlfriend Peggy, that's something to talk about, because in these modern texting, social media
Mhm.
times, a lot of the chivalry is disappearing.
It
It,
is.
I don't want to have to think about that. It's so refreshing to have a man who takes the lead. So he's walking in his masculine energy. And
Energy,
when he
right.
walks in his masculine energy, it makes it easier for me
Easy.
to
Right.
rest in my feminine energy,
Right. To be
because
at
I feel
rest.
safe. I feel
Mhm.
comfortable. I feel protected. I feel desired. I, and it's a beautiful thing. So then that allows me to be soft and demure and coy
Mhm.
and delicate and
Flirty.
and flirty
Sexy. Yeah.
and sexy.
Yes.
But when I got
Absolutely.
to tell you everything to do, when I have to take the lead, and I got to plan out the whole thing, and I got to meet you there, and it, listen, that doesn't soften me up. That does
Yeah,
not
because
make me moist.
right, it takes you from resting into working, and that masculine energy is always working and hustling and making things happen, and taking the lead, and being the provider and the protector and the lover man and all that other kind of good stuff, I guess you would say. But like I said, now they brought in the word independent woman. Now is the biggest thing that's going on. Women bosses.
Yes.
Everybody, so it looks like that word is like becoming like it's almost a word for let's fight. Why are men so uptight about women being independent, being strong, taking care of their own selves, taking care of their families? Because they put us in that position when most of the time they end up leaving us. A lot of women are on their own. They have to get out there and get on the hustle, get on the grind to make things happen. And then when they do meet somebody and he comes into the fold and then he's not strong enough and he's acting like a bitch, or bitch boy, or whatever you want to call it, and you got to be checking them all the time. Yeah, of course we gonna get oh, she's you this and you that and you the other. No, I don't want to be that way. But when you deal, depends on your partner who you're dealing with, how that's gonna show up.
Yep.
Because again,
And
I feel like it's a move. You put me in the mood. You put me in the mood for something, a smooth groove, for something nice and sweet and sexy, and we're gonna laugh and enjoy each other and have a good time. That's what you're gonna get. But if you come with the rah rah, and I gotta find out that you coming in, I gotta check you. Because I'm not gonna just lay down and roll over and just let you keep coming with the shenanigans. So
mm-mm. Right. And
I
and if
change
I
like
have
the
to
ocean.
teach you, huh?
Hmm. I say I can change like the ocean, just like the waves of the sea. They say they kind of give that type of equation in feminine energy. It's like the ocean. It can be at rest. It can be peaceful one minute, and the next minute it's a cyclone. It's tearing up the place. It's a tsunami. So it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
dangerous and it's gonna be tearing up stuff. So you be aware.
Be
That
aware.
energy is real. It's real.
It is.
And
It
if you're
is.
dealing with 100% of a woman 100% of the time, like I said, you move. Keep
Right.
her in a good mood, keep her calm, keep her happy, keep her
Keep her
satisfied.
happy.
That's the best way to keep things really on a good temperament. And that works both ways, of course. You
Yes.
know, that
Yes,
works
it
both
does.
ways.
Yes, it
Hmm.
does. And but
Yeah.
but if I have to do everything, and then I have to tell you what to do, and teach you how to do it, that's too much. Uh, and not at this stage in my life.
Hmm. Right,
Not
right,
now.
right.
That's that's too much for me to have to do, and to have to tell you the basics of how to treat a woman. And so here's some of the things I have issue with,
Mm-hmm.
and that is telling men something basic like, "Can you get the door for me?" You know,
You
I
sit
don't
in
care
the
if I
car,
know
you
you.
waiting for he
You know,
already at
you
the
you you
restaurant. You
pull
still
up
sitting
and
in the
you
car
want.
waiting for him to come around. I don't. Yeah, I don't have that problem.
No, you
Oh
don't
yeah,
have that problem. I have that problem though.
yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
you pull up and then there you are. You waiting for me to come to the car. I gotta
And,
open the door myself. Now I gotta move
mm,
your trash and your whole office off the front seat. Didn't you know you were coming to get me? Didn't you know we were going somewhere? I was gonna have to get in the car. Now I got to move all your shit out the way.
right.
You could have been throwing that shit behind, in the
Mm-hmm.
back seat or
Putting
something.
it in the
I don't,
bag, whatever.
you know. And
Mm-hmm.
so that takes me right away. The mood, like you say, goes
Mm-hmm.
down. The
The
mood is
temperature.
off because
Yeah.
I'm feeling like you don't think I'm special enough
Mm-hmm.
to do that for me. But
Mm-hmm.
you want everything special for me.
Mm-hmm.
You want affection. You want beauty and style, time, my humor, my and you want affection, and then at the end you want a happy ending, and you want some sex. Well, you ain't done nothing to get no sex. Now I'm not even in the mood. Jane said the struggle is real.
Yes, it is, baby. Yes, it is,
Yes,
and
it
I feel
is.
like because of that struggle is why a lot of women at our age decide that, hey, I don't want to be bothered because I can stay beautiful, at peace, at rest, pay my own bills, do my own thing, go out and look pretty, meet somebody or not, and have a good time. And I'm in my energy. I'm high. There's nobody to break that energy down. You
Mm-mm.
know, you know what I'm saying? When you go out, and
Right.
I mean, my club days when I would go out, I put myself together and I went out, and when I stepped out, I felt like a woman. I felt like a lady. I felt beautiful. I felt feminine. I felt all the things that we supposed to feel.
Right.
Look good,
But
smell good. You can turn some heads or two. What?
what? Steph
Yeah.
says it's all in what you give to receive that feminine energy. That's right. Indeed. What are they doing to keep that going? So I already come with it. So it's on the man to be manly.
Mm-hmm.
And I shouldn't have to tell you to put me on the inside of the street. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't be walking ahead of me. And you
Now
know
we're
what
going
else we
into,
talked about? Huh?
yeah, you talking about that masculine energy and chivalry and being a gentleman, just being a gentleman. When you're dealing with a woman, certain things they expect women to know, and women do know a lot of things. It comes naturally, being a woman and how to take care of the household, how to take care of husband. Most of us been married, raised children. We've done
Right.
all those things. We know how to cook, clean, keep a house, do laundry, and go to the grocery store and all that other kind of stuff like
And
that. We
have
know
your
how.
hot meal, have
And
your meal
yeah, have a
prepared for
meal
you when
ready and
you get
everything.
home.
Exactly. So nobody had to. I mean, a lot of us learned by seeing our mothers and grandmothers do those type of things. With men, what do men say? They want to come up with excuses. Oh, my dad wasn't around. Nobody showed me how to do this. Nobody told me how to do that. What? But
What?
you 50 something years old now.
Right.
You still want to use that piss poor excuse?
Right. You ain't never watched a movie. You've never seen anybody else do it? Did your daddy teach you how to screw? Because you sure know how to do that. Did your daddy teach you how to ask for pussy? Because you sure know how to do that without a problem.
They know how to do that real easy, and
Oh,
sometimes they know
nobody
how to do
taught
it
me how.
without even asking, baby. Without even asking. The words don't even come out their mouth, but they know how to do all the rubbing and touching in the right spots and places to get that temperature up, to get you hot and ready to let's go. Let's get it. So who
Mhm.
taught you that?
Who taught you that? Steph says that she's not always feminine. In some cases in her relationship, she's told that she has masculine energy. And she says, because I have endured so much in
Mm-hmm.
previous relationships, I
Mm-hmm.
tend to forget that I can finally be feminine.
Well, that's how she feels, and every woman is gonna feel a different way. Like I said, I feel like I'm always feminine because I'm just a woman. Now, whether I'm coming at you a little bit hard or a little bit tough, I'm still a female. I'm still in my feminine energy. You just don't get it right now because I'm pissed.
Right.
Okay, that
You ain't
doesn't
getting
mean
the
I'm
sweet
still not
part.
a woman, huh?
You ain't getting the sweet part.
You're not getting the sweet version of me, right? So I understand what she's saying.
I did.
Hi,
Hi,
Lisa. Good
Carlita.
evening, beautiful.
Welcome, welcome, and
Welcome, welcome
welcome.
to Virtual Building. Yes.
Steph says, when you're not used to being with masculine men, let's be real, they're out there, but so hard to find. I wasn't used
Mhm.
to being with a masculine man, so now that I am with one, I have to really sit my butt down and learn how to turn on and keep that feminine energy. But it's easier to do once you have this masculine man. He is consistent, and you begin to relax in your feminine energy. Like I said, because you feel protected, because you feel provided for, because you feel secure in what's happening, then
You
you
can
can let
trust.
yourself be all the woman that you are.
Again, I think there goes back to that trust because you can trust him to show up. You can trust him to be a man. You can trust him to make good decisions for the two of you. You know what I'm saying? For the family of whatever the case may be. It goes back to that trust issue again. When you
Hmm.
wishy-washy and you here and then you're not here and then I'm looking for you and something going down and I can't find you and I'm calling and calling and you're not picking up your phone, um no, no,
That's not working. That's
yeah.
not going to keep me in my feminine energy.
Mm-mm.
Not the sweet one. You're going to meet the alter ego. And that bitch is loud,
Rude, could be obnoxious at times. I
rude,
mean, we
obnoxious.
and I think we all have those multiple personalities within us. There are triggers that some things trigger people and cause them to go off. And, but the thing about being in feminine energy too is always knowing that you're a lady and how to conduct yourself and how to carry yourself and when not to go off and when to keep it cool and when to control yourself. I mean, because something tick you off and you in public and you in the restaurant, stop throwing glasses and turning over tables and stuff. That's not the time for all that. It's like
No.
pick and choose your battles once again. Be a woman. That's all that's saying is be a lady. What happened to, being a lady at all times? Be a lady in the street and a freak in the sheets. That means conduct yourself like you're a woman.
Yes.
Carry yourself like a lady. Be classy,
Be
be
classy.
tactful.
And I don't have to emasculate you to get my point across. I don't have to do that in public. I'm not going to do that to you in public. Oh, but when we get in that car or when we get home, get ready to get it.
Right. In private. You're gonna get it. You're
you,
gonna
you
get
know,
this,
you
yeah, you're
get
gonna get this
you
female
gonna get it,
energy.
because I owe it to myself to let you know. If I just let you carry on and you think that what you're doing is all right, then you're going to keep doing it.
Right.
So I have to check you early on.
Right. And being in feminine energy is not laying down and being a doormat for somebody.
Thank you.
It
Say
is
it
not.
again, Gertrude Peggy, louder for the
It,
people in the back.
it is not to lay down and be a doormat for anybody. It's not to be a convenience store. It's not to be taken advantage of. It does not mean you cannot open your mouth and say, "Hey, I'm not with that. I don't agree with you," or "I don't feel the same way as you feel." You still always have a voice. You know,
That's right. I have a voice and my opinion counts.
it matters.
It matters.
Mm-hmm.
It matters. It ought to matter if you want to be over
Absolutely.
here. You know,
Absolutely.
Steph says that she says, okay, wait until the doors close. As your woman, I'm going to respect you and our relationship in public, but I will speak my mind heavily if
Mm-hmm.
necessary.
That's it. Absolutely.
You know, because everybody got a button.
Absolutely. If that means tapping him on the shoulder and say, "Baby, let's step outside for a minute," then that's what that means.
Right.
We're gonna go to the side of the building or whatever, and I'm gonna let you have a little piece of my mind. And you either gonna straighten up and get it right, and let's get on the right track here, or like I said, I can catch your Uber, you can take me home. Yeah.
Take your pick.
And
Take your
still
pick.
be a lady. And
Take
you can
your
walk
pick.
out and still be a lady.
Right. You know, but
Mhm.
women are talking about alpha females and all of that kind of stuff. Just be a woman. You don't have to take on the characteristics of a man to express yourself. It doesn't make you. It's not going to make you any weaker or stronger. It might make you look bad, is what it is, you know. But all of that getting up in somebody's face and acting like you're gonna fight a man, and all of that screaming and cursing and everything, it's unattractive. It's not lady. It's not sexy, and it's negative energy. Whether you label it feminine or masculine,
Alpha,
what it
masculine,
really
right.
is. And everybody knows you get more with a little sugar and a little honey than you do with anything else. There is nothing better. I love someone who has the vocabulary and the delivery to whisper something to you.
Mhm.
You'll get cursed out. You won't even get cursed out. I'm going to say, when I say it to you, you're going to feel this big,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
I'm just going to say it real low. What you
Yeah, and
just
some
did
people have the net to be able to
is
do
not
that.
right. That behavior you just displayed is unacceptable. It's unacceptable and it's unattractive, and I don't like it. So what I'm going to do right now is remove myself from this situation, and I'm going to let you have this. And then we can talk about it later, perhaps, or never.
Mhm.
you know,
Absolutely, yeah.
and then you
Mhm.
walk away. And you
And
just
as they would say, that's a fuck lady. Right there. Just what you just said. Yeah, that's a lady. Right there. Nice and
right
sweet.
there.
Good delivery. Nice and soft. Yeah.
Nice and soft,
Hmm.
to the point.
Hmm.
Not, I'm not going back and forth with you.
Hmm.
I'm gonna
Don't
just tell
I'll
you
talk
what
you
you need to know.
yeah. Hmm.
That's in public. In private, though, from
Right.
me, you're gonna get straight ratchet ghetto projects.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give you my feminine energy from the projects,
Right.
and you're gonna get the whole dozens. By the time I might even say something about your mama. Um,
Okay.
Jane says, listen to Valerie Simpson. At the point we begin to trust, that's being solid as a rock.
I just talked about that trust.
That
Exactly.
trust. That's right.
Right.
Hey,
When you
Crystal
feel
Clark.
that you can trust in that man, uh-huh. You
Once
can
once
rest
you
in your
can
feminine
trust,
energy. Yes. Yes. I can trust you to show up. I can trust you to say to keep your word. You know, if you say you're gonna be home in an hour, or you're gonna make sure you get home to take me to my doctor's appointment, or whatever it is that we have to do, I can trust that you're gonna be there. I can be cool.
Yes.
I can be
Yes.
calm and collected.
Yes. Yes.
Trust. Yeah.
Trust makes a big difference. Steph says it's so much more powerful when you don't explode. You know, when you
Yeah.
don't let them
Like I
see
said,
you sweat.
yeah.
So much more
That takes a
powerful.
lot of work, though. You got to put the work in to get to that point where you can do that. I mean, a lot of women talk about doing the work, doing the work, doing the work, but they can't contain themselves. They still haven't gotten a hold of the tongue. They still haven't gotten certain things intact and check that they can. Woosah, in the middle of the moment, when you know you being tried and tested, whether it's by
Hmm.
female or male or anybody, family, friends or foe, whatever. That's not easy. That's not easier said than done. I can tell you
Yes.
that.
Yes.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah, especially when you not only trust this person, but you're emotionally attached. You know, your emotions are involved. When it's somebody who you don't care for that much, it's easy to just go, all right, bump you and walk away and not say anything. But when it's somebody who you are, you're all tied up with,
Hmm.
it's sometimes not exploding, like you said, is an exercise in discipline
Hmm.
that you have to execute. And you
It's
have to
not
be
easy.
conscious of the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And the
Carletha
thing
says,
about that, feminine energy, there's masculine energy, feminine and masculine, and I think there's a divine energy. I think it's a whole lot of energies out there that you talk about now. So you can Google them and get into them in detail and in great depth or whatever to explore them a little bit more. But the energy of that alpha female or whatever it is, when you got bitch boys and gay girls and gay guys and all this stuff mixing together. You got a whole lot of different energies mixing together because men showing up like women, they putting on the wigs and the weaves and they twerking and they giving you all of what women go out and do. They giving it to us. They outdoing us on the dance floor. They dropping and popping it. I mean, they getting into it. That's feminine energy they're giving out.
yes, it
And like I
is.
said, you got some men that's undercover. They get mad at you because you looking better than they looking, and they mad because you getting all the attention, and now they jealous of you undercover. Like what kind of mix up nonsense do we have going on here?
Oh, it's
I'm
all
a
mixed
woman.
up.
You jealous because I'm looking good and maybe getting more attention than you? Really?
Really? Carletha says, could it also be how be to how the man is raised up and how and how to be the head provider? Can this also apply to the women also? Well, of course, your environment, how you were raised, what you saw growing up, does have an effect on how you show up. But once you get to be 50, 60 years old, um,
To a
you
certain
know,
extent. Yeah.
yeah, it's time out for the excuses. It's
Yeah,
time
because I
out for
know
the
we all have childhood issues and different things that we've had to deal with as children and traumas. And I'm not making light of anybody's trauma situation because I know people have gone through some really, really, I mean, unbelievable, heart-staking, heart-wrenching traumas in their lives. But it comes a time when you do have to deal with it and put it aside and try to be better and try to go beyond the trauma and get over and say, well, this happened to me in my childhood. I'm going to be better than that to my child. Maybe your
yeah.
mother was out on drugs. Maybe she didn't teach you how to be a female, how to be a woman, but you know how to be one. It's up to you to now do better for your child and so on and so forth. So
And for
men,
yourself.
yeah, for
And for
yourself. Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Crystal says, sometimes it's not worth a comment. I'm with you when you're right, sis. I am.
Right.
Steph says, man, listen, it takes work. Now that ain't you ain't never lied, Steph. And let me tell you, she said, my blood boils. I get butterflies, and so much more goes on inside. But it's the growth that just tells me you better not part them damn lips.
Hmm.
And I got something for you on that step in just a second. Crystal says, but at some point, isn't it your right to stop bumping into that door? Most definitely. That's why I say you don't
Absolutely.
do it.
That's what I'm saying. At some point, you got to put that crutch down. You got to stop it. Not every time that you carry on and go off, it's because you got to pull that same old excuse up. That's why you do that. Now it's a cop out.
Now it's a cop out. Now it's a
Hmm.
cop out. Check out what this young sister has to say about her feminine energy journey.
So let me tell y'all something that I've learned since I've been on my feminine energy journey. Close your mouth. Now, I'm laughing because I used to be that girl where, like, I always got something to say. I'm going to get the last word. I'm going to cuss you out. I'm going to have my way. And that's just the end of the story. And when God began to tell me to tap into my feminine energy, I realized that that's what I was raised around. Generational curse. I saw my mom speak in that tone, and I saw my grandma speak in that tone, and then I heard stories from my granddad about how my grandma used to speak to him. So I'm just like, this is where I got it from. Like, I was never exposed to women that spoke to men in loving tones. I never saw that. I never saw an example of that. So I wasn't the product of that. And me and my mom have had a talk about it, and she said, I don't know why I did that. Like, the thing about parents is they're growing as we're growing. So when you know better, you do better. So we got to get them grace. But that's another conversation for another day. So through my feminine energy journey, what God has been showing me is that there is power in silence. And that's why he says for women to have a gentle and quiet spirit. And I always thought that not responding or being silent meant that I was weak, when actuality, I don't got to say nothing to you. Because the thing about responding and going off and blowing up and cursing them out is then that gives them a reason to justify their actions, because you calling me out my name, you cursing me out. So now I don't even feel bad for what I did to you. But if you acting crazy and I'm sitting here cool, calm, and collected, your conscience gonna eat you up before anything else. And if your conscience don't eat you up, God gonna deal with you. I promise you. So I don't want this rant to be too long, because y'all know I can go on and on and on and on and on. But the moral of the story is there is power in silence. And you being silent and not getting out of character allows the other person to reflect on their character and their actions without you adding fuel to the fire. You don't need to do that. Because at the end of the day, silence and calmness produces clarity. For me to see, do I really want to be with somebody that make me act like this in the first place? That make me want to get out of character? I think not. So close your mouth and keep your eyes open. And you'll see everything that you need to see without saying a thing. So let me tell y'all something.
And there you go.
Yes. Getting out of character. If a person doesn't bring out the best of you, if you always bringing out that beast, if you always bringing up that roar, that just want to choke your neck out of me, I got an iron pipe that I keep around, and I want to always put it upside your head. Yeah, that you're not really the right person for me.
No, no.
Some tweaking need to be done. I need to rethink some things.
Carlita says that she agrees with the young lady in the video. And that sometimes we just have to be quiet. Your actions speak louder than words. And a lot of times when you get quiet, that can make that other person nervous, because usually you got a lot to say, or you're going to get loud or get upset about it. And when they go and break their little promise or what, and then you go, oh, okay. Oh, so you're not.
What?
Oh, so you're not doing that. All right. So you're not taking me out, or oh, all right. Okay. Well, no problem.
Now they nervous. Yeah, they like.
Now they nervous because
yeah, who is this?
She, yeah, very well said. Thank you, Jacqueline. I agree that she was on point. She was on point with that, and and so that makes them nervous. That gives them now they gotta ponder. Well, damn, oh, she didn't say anything.
They scratching their head right about now.
Right,
oh, yeah.
What's up? And of
they
course,
don't know what
the first thought is, oh God,
she gonna show
got somebody else.
No, they know your moves. They know your whole lot of talk, 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 a lot of hot air, and then nothing. You're
And
not
then
gonna do
nothing.
nothing. You're not gonna make no change. You're not leaving. You're not putting them out. You're not doing none of that. You're just gonna run your mouth and talk a whole lot of smack and then go to sleep.
And then go to sleep. But then when you get to the point where you're not screaming, cursing, fighting, crying, you ain't said nothing, they know you done called the movers, child.
Mm-hmm.
And one day you're gonna come home and ain't gonna be nothing here but some plastic silverware and a dirty styrofoam plate
Mm.
because I'm gonna be gone. Steph says on her father's side, the women lack respect for men. They don't treat them right and they don't speak to them right. There's no
Mm.
supporting the man or anything. So it was
Mm.
hard to switch up the game. My mother was always soft spoken, but she was single, so I didn't get to witness different. I just had to take her advice.
Advice. Mm-hmm.
And I feel you, Step, because
Yeah.
uh another part of our feminine energy is treating a man right. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's your man. You know, you want to treat everybody right.
Yeah.
But treating him right, making him feel supported, comforting
Comfortable.
him.
Mm-hmm.
You're there to be, to comfort and nurture him, and and rub his head and make him feel better.
And some other things if
Pick
you
the
like.
head that you would like to rub. The choice is yours.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal, you're right. She says, when you stop talking, the end is near. I'm telling you, if she doesn't cry or
Mm.
protest or talk,
Mm.
your days are numbered.
Numbered. Numbered. Yep.
Numbered.
Yep. Believe that.
Steps.
They said, yeah, that's the danger zone. When she is no longer yelling and screaming and talking, when a woman stop talking, you better look out because she no longer cares.
She no
At that
longer
point,
cares.
she turning the blind and the deaf ear and eye, and she making her strategy and her moves to make some real moves. She's not gonna talk about it. She's just gonna be about it. You're gonna see the smoke.
Yep.
When it clear, she's not gonna be there.
For real. For real. Steph says, if
Hmm.
you don't see better, then you really don't know better. I thank God for the talks my mother had with me because if it wasn't for her, I would be disrespectful like them.
Hmm.
And that's a good thing. I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you.
And feminine energy, masculine, feminine, alpha male. It's all a matter of respect, is what it really boiled down to when you're dealing with people.
Indeed.
Trust, respect. How do you talk? How do you treat a person? Fair, fair. I'm. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. Doesn't matter if you've been my friend for 20 years and she only been my friend for a year. If you wrong, girlfriend, you just wrong, in my opinion. And I'm gonna just
Right.
let you know that I can't go along with that. I'm not with that. I can't co-sign on it. None of that, because it's
None
not
of that.
right.
None of that.
When it comes to, if you're gonna put me in it about who right and who wrong between you and your man, and I feel like you wrong, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong.
Hello. Crystal says, I've always believed that you treat your man like you want to be treated.
Exactly.
And you do that up until the end. If you're not getting it back, then I'm gonna treat you nice right up to the day before I leave. I don't want to raise no suspicions, but I'm gonna treat you real nice.
Right. Because I
No.
always tell the story of my marriage, and I was, with my husband 14, married 12 years. And that one night when we had that argument or whatever, and he said, get out as fast and quick as you know how, it was on a Wednesday. On a Saturday, I had the U-Haul truck backing up to the front of the house. And I got my things out of there, what I needed to go into my new place, and I politely moved on. And it's 20 something years later, and I have not looked back and don't regret it. And it is what it is. And I raised them kids, and they grown and they doing fine. And I'm happy that I did. We don't
Yep.
have no regrets about it.
No, none at all.
Well,
Listen, you
maybe
ain't got.
one. I could be having my house remodeled right about now because he was a general contractor. But other than that, I really don't have any. Yeah.
That's all right. God will send you a contractor, girlfriend Peggy.
Okay, send my contract my way.
Yes, yes. Crystal said
Ooh.
that she says, when I told my kid's father that he no longer validated me, I began to stop arguing and let things be, and I was no longer stressed. You must protect your peace. And that's what you did,
Well,
Crystal.
yeah, well, validation is value. If you don't value me, if you don't think I'm worth the effort, time, the energy to make me feel special, to make me feel whatever to do or to keep your word, then what's the sense of hanging around? Really, what's the sense of hanging around? That you don't keep your word. You tell me you're gonna be here and you're not here. You don't show up. You don't call. What's up? You don't
Oh
value me.
God.
You
That
know?
not showing,
Unless
not calling.
yeah, like I said, unless you just, like you said, just kick it and it's really not that important. But if you in a relationship, yeah, those kind of things are important.
Yes, they are.
Hmm.
Steph says
Hmm.
she left her husband when he went to the gas station. God doggy.
Ooh, I gotta hear this story.
Okay. She said it's the best decision, and he did not even see it coming. She said, because
Ooh,
why? She was quiet.
she kept it quiet and she made a plan and she got on up out of there.
And she
Good
got
for
on
you.
up out of there because she
Mm-hmm.
said she was tired.
Mm-hmm.
Tired.
Yeah, when Nancy that in capitals, oh, she was tired, girl. She
She was
was
tired.
she was on her last huff.
Uh,
Cause after you huff and puff and you can't blow the house down, it's time to get out. You don't let horse to ride out. If people see me on Facebook, I'm always putting that horse with the smoke coming out the horse butt. That means keep it moving, get going, get
Get
on with it. You
gone.
feel me? Yeah.
Get
Ooh.
gone. Man, Steph must not have taken anything with her. She just took her clothes and left. And people do that.
Yeah, sometimes people
When
willing to leave everything behind. They don't care. Word
everything,
they curse and you can
everything.
get out. Yeah.
I don't want
That stuff
nothing
can
that
be
look like
replaced.
you. I don't
Mhm.
want nothing you bought. I don't want nothing that smell like you. I will sleep on a pallet on the floor.
Until I get myself together. Yes.
Yep, that
All that
part.
stuff can be replaced. Yep. Especially when I don't want to get off the subject, but especially when you in a domestic violence situation.
Oh my
Ladies, don't
God.
worry about trying to take all that stuff. I mean, especially if you're a single woman in a domestic violence situation and you need to get out, save your coins, put them on that card, on your bank card or whatever credit or whatever you got, save your money and make your mind up that I'm going to get up out of here very safely and very quietly and get on.
And
Get your
get
stuff and
gone.
get gone quickly.
Steph
You
says
don't
that
even everything.
right. She says she said, "Hey y'all, he thought that I was having a girls' night." She says
Mm,
my cousins were pulling in and he was pulling out to go up the street. She said
mm.
she can see the gas station from her front yard. And
Wow.
she said she told them to pack what looked important.
Uh-huh. And
And
she
she
never
didn't look
looked back.
back.
Girl, I applaud you. Sometimes you have to do that.
Sometimes you have to
You have to
do
do it. Come on.
that.
You can't stay trapped in malarkey and bullshit and mess. You can't. You can't
You
stay there
can't. You
and
can't.
still be at peace and be at rest. I can't. You
And
can't. Yeah.
when you are seeking your peace and your solace, nothing matters. None of that stuff matters. But I'm with you, Steph. Get the important stuff. She said, get everything that looks important.
Yeah, but when you had enough, it don't matter how much money he got. It don't matter how fine he is. It don't matter how big his junk is in his trunk. It doesn't matter how big and nice and pretty the house is. It
No,
doesn't matter about the car sitting in the driveway. It doesn't matter. None of those things matter.
nothing really
Nothing
matters.
matters. All that stuff you put in your mind, God, if you see fit to give it back to me and replace it tenfold, then let it be so. But right now, I'm finna get on up out of here.
Yep,
Run.
yep. She said there were five of them. She said we treated it like a fast food restaurant.
Girl,
Grab and
she had a
go.
team. She that's what you call a team. She had a team in place. She was ready.
She was ready.
They
And
did the
and
damn
then she
thing.
says also that their relationship was very, very much abusive on both ends.
Mm.
You don't
You
want to
gotta
stay there.
catch
You don't want
yourself.
to fight with a man. I don't want to go,
Yeah.
I don't want to do a physical confrontation with a man.
Yeah, I don't want to argue no more. I don't want to argue and fight with you and go back and forth and chest to chest and bumping and all that other kind of stuff and you knock this stick off my shoulder. No, I ain't doing that with you.
You wanna
Uh-uh.
argue? I can't argue with you. You mad? I can't argue with you. No. Look at you. Look at you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I love to see him come on. That part. I'm not arguing.
No matter.
It's
And
fun to
Crystal, you're
move.
absolutely right. Crystal says when a woman is fed up, there's nothing a man can really do, or anybody.
No,
Hey,
no.
I'm done. I'm through.
Yeah.
I'm
And the thing about
finished.
it is as a woman, you got to make your mind up. Like you said, we got to stop letting girlfriends and friends and women that don't have a man and women that had three husbands or whatever, stop letting them put in your head what you should or shouldn't do about your relationship and where you are. You have to make that decision. Nobody else can make that decision or choice for
Nobody
you.
can do that.
You got to decide when enough is enough. You got to decide that that's the best thing for you. You got to decide that you deserve more, that you deserve better, that you deserve more than this. You know, you deserve this, and you getting this, and you. Why's you gonna let somebody else talk you into staying with this? You make up your mind what you need to do.
Exactly. She said
Yeah.
his family condoned everything. He was very much a child. And he knew he always had his mother and father to fall back on. She said, I don't know
Mm,
who was feminine and who was masculine.
mm.
The roles got twisted
Twist it
around.
up. They get twisted and mingled. Yeah. That's what
Mhm.
I say between the men and the women. Now the roles of masculinity and femininity are getting so twisted and mashed and mingled up with each other. We can't tell who the man, who the woman, and who what. Who's supposed to
Well,
be doing what in here? Like really? You
really?
want me to take out the trash? You want me to, change the oil? You want me to wash the cars and cut the lawn too? And I know we don't supposed to have gender role, chores and things to do. It's
Why
between each
not?
individual couple, but those certain things, I feel like certain things I just named, a man should be doing those things if I got one. Now, if I
Right.
don't have a man, I don't have to pay to do it myself. So I don't mind doing it. I can take out trash, and I have taken out trash before. You know, wash the car, take it through the car wash. I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
can
when you have a
women.
man, like you say, you don't want to have to do all of that. You make sure there's gas in the car. You make sure the car, is maintained inside and out, mechanically and aesthetically. Steph says one
No.
day she's gonna bless that man with some teeth.
Oh, okay.
Though when she talking about the argue man,
Yeah, I know who she's talking about. And I said that would be nice. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
he probably got some over there to the side somewhere.
Yeah, he might. He might.
Jane said, "What is sad though is that two people who vowed or promised to have a life together let it fail. The worst part is they both suffer on some level, and if they're
Mhm.
kids, now they got to choose. Yeah, it can be very messy.
Mm.
The leaving
I
can
don't
be
think
very
children really
messy.
choose. The parents have to decide who the primary caregiver is going to be. But the children, all they love their mom and daddy. They love both of them. They don't. I don't think they really choose who they gonna love. They still love their mom and their daddy. But like you say, it's a matter of adults being adults and deciding that we together have to do what's best for our children. You don't make them put them in position where they feel like they have to choose between mommy or daddy because they splitting up or breaking up. That's unfair to the child.
It is.
That's just my saying. This is just my little 2 cents. So
Well, it's okay. We'll
yeah.
take your 2 cents, your 5 cents, and your 10 cents. We'll take
Okay.
$1 if you got it.
$1.15.
Jacqueline says she's not arguing with nobody either. She said, I ain't gonna say nothing. All they gonna see is my dust.
Yeah, part. And then again, like I said, we got to be careful when we talk about that too, because like I said, if we are so quick to be silent and just pack up and leave every time, you know, we've going through some rough waters or some rough terrain or whatever in the relationship, it's going to be highs, it's going to be lows. We can't always just make that a way out either. If there's no abuse in it and you love the person, then yeah, sometimes relationships are worth staying and working out and working through some things. And some people will tell you that's been together for 20, 30 years. It wasn't easy in the beginning, baby. Oh, I went through some stuff with this man. You can trust and believe I did, you know. So, I mean, that's sometimes is not always the answer either.
No.
But I'm just saying if it's domestic violence, verbal abuse and neglect and all that other kind of stuff being in there, yeah, that's a good option. But sometimes we can't just keep running and running and running because we're going to find ourselves on a hamster wheel doing this with a different man every 3, 4, 5, 6 months.
Yeah.
Who want to do that?
Nobody wants to do that.
Nobody want to do that.
No.
Not when you up in age, you're 50s, 60s. We don't want to go through that bull crap. We don't want to do that.
No. That's no fun.
Right.
No. Steph says, absolutely. She was in that relationship for 7.5 years because of the advice that she was receiving. And
wow. Miserable.
And miserable.
Didn't let go. Because, yeah, when somebody say, hey, should I go or should I stay for the kids? No, don't stay for the kids. I ain't stay for my kids. My kids were 6, 7, and 8 years old around in there, I think, when I started getting my divorce. I wasn't staying for no kids to make myself miserable for the next
10 years.
8, 9 years. Yeah, 10 years. Till they get 18 to go to college. What? You crazy? That's a big sacrifice. And I'm not saying the parents don't make that sacrifice, because some women feel that that's the sacrifice that they're willing to make. Okay, amen. God bless you, be with you. But I just wasn't one of those women that decided that sacrifice was going to be made, that I was going to stick around for the sake of the children, because I wasn't doing that.
Yeah. Well, I did. It wasn't. I don't think it was for the sake of the children, but I rode that thing till the wheels fell off.
Okay. You was that ride or die.
I was the ride or die.
Ride and die, baby.
And the one time I expressed wanting to leave or to be out of it, he stepped up his game. You know what I mean? He was like, don't do that. Let's work it out. Let's stay and we were able to to keep it going for another 8 years.
Oh, okay.
But but by that time, the tires was flat, the car was smoking. It was like
you were riding on the rims. The rims was bent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was done. It was a done deal.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any more fight in me. Steph says that it can be, but honestly, you have to make the best decisions. It could be more detrimental staying together than separating. Honestly, people, despite what the parents decide to do with one another, you still have to come together or even go through a third party for the children to remain in that relationship. A lot of times the court, if you want joint custody and all of that kind of stuff, then the court decides. I hate when that happens. It's they're at my house 3 days and at your house 4 days, and then with me 4 days. Oh my God, the confusion that must cause for the children.
That's why adults have to be adults, and they have to be able to sit down and talk and discuss things and put it in paper and come up with their own plan that works and is best for them. Put it in the divorce proceedings moving forward, so that they both sign and agree to what's in the terms and conditions of the divorce. And then that way things are smoother. They are easier because you already know what you're willing to do, and he knows what his position is, and everybody agree to play their role, and things will be much smoother. Nobody making decisions for the, for you.
Right. Kalitha says that's why marriage is not 50-50. There's always a give and take, even when the woman says that it's over. There's still some more give and take in there.
Yeah.
Steph says she was miserable AF. Everyone seen the nice smile and loved his personality, but they didn't experience the mental toll. And there is something to be said for that. When you are being tortured mentally, sometimes that's, look, it's to me, it's right up there with physical. Mental and emotional torture takes a toll too. She said, so it was always stay. People were telling her, stay, make it work. That's that's small stuff. Y'all are married and yada yada yada, bada bada boom, bada bing. And they're telling you to do things that they wouldn't do. A lot of times, she said, I even tried to get a place together. They wanted to stay with their father. She said her breaking point was when her son got caught at school hitting a girl and told the staff he did it because, he saw his daddy do it to his mama. And they didn't call DSS, but I told them to give me, I don't know, it cut off there, but I'm sure she'll let us know what that was about. But now they start to act out. The children start to act out because you haven't taken
what I wanted to speak on about what she was saying was that putting on that smile and pretending everything was okay at home and pretending everything was lovely and hunky-dory, while, like you say, in the meantime, you at home at the ranch getting your ass kicked and dragged and cussed out and called every single name under the sun but the child of God, and people telling you to stay, 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 stay. That, no ma'am.
Nobody did it better than me. I know I won an Academy Award for making it look like everything was beautiful.
Good. It was beautiful, yeah. That speaks to that being treated one way at home. He treating you like a dog at home, and then when he gets you out, he want to pull chairs for you and open doors and treat you like you're a queen. Oh, honey, that's that. I can't do that. That's one thing I cannot do. You ain't gonna treat me like a dog at home and then get out and act like you the king of the castle and you just the handsomest, finest thing that ever walked the face of the earth, and every woman drooling at the mouth. Oh, he treat us so good, and oh, he's so handsome, and he's so fine, and he's so, girl, please. You don't know half the hell I'm going through at this house. You want to come,
and
please?
Girl, I wouldn't leave. You better stay in that house, that big pretty house. You better stay there with him. You can't get that by yourself. Let me tell you something. I don't know what it's in the Bible. It says I'd rather live in a shack and have peace than live in a mansion full of confusion. What your baby say? I'm good.
I'm good. Exactly. No, baby. Like I said, I was a stay-at-home mom for most of those 7 years, and then when I started working and started my own caregiving, cleaning, and errand service, and got the hell on, I said, God, I take my chances with you. Me and these kids go up out of here, and I'm a trust and lean and depend on you that you're gonna get us through, and we did. We got on, kept it moving.
Jane said that her kids turned on her.
Ooh.
And that's so she said, no matter what, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because they'll be mad at you for not staying and putting up with the BS.
Yeah. Getting your ass.
And you have to tell them. Just wait till you get married. You'll see.
Exactly. You find out. You'll see. Don't worry about it. Okay, be mad. Stay your distance. When you ready to come back around, I'm right here. I'm still mama, still gonna love you. I'm gonna be right here because you're gonna know what's up. Go through a few relationships. It's gonna quickly teach you. Oh, now I know what mama was talking about. Hmm.
Hmm. Steph says, I
Hmm.
told them to give me the 1 week, but it only took me 48 hours.
Okay.
Uh,
Hmm. That was with the kid. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um,
Wow.
Steph says, okay, and people be posting these couples hashtagging relationship goals. You don't know what it took to get to that point. If they are really happy, and you don't know what really is going on behind closed doors. And I know that for a fact. Steph, you said a mouthful right there.
Right.
People,
Right.
first of
Mm-hmm.
all, on social media.
Mm-hmm.
The grass always looking green on social media. They're gonna show you with them, buying their new house and decorating. They're going to show you them dressed up and going out, and they're
And
going to
not to
show
say that
you,
that stuff is not real sometimes. Now, sometimes you got some real good, true, 100 relationships that truly, really are that way.
yeah,
And that's not to try to down every relationship that's posting up and saying that it's smiling and happy. Don't go through hard times or bad times. But I think at the end of the day, they saying we all right. You know what I'm saying? But like you
yeah,
say, then there's the other side of the coin where you do have the ones that's really up there perpetrating and pretending and trying to make other people jealous and thinking that the grass is green on this side in the relationship world, and it's really not.
and it's
And it's
really
really not.
not.
Yeah.
It is really not at all. Or you running around thinking that it is, you're one of the people in the relationship and you thinking that it is wonderful. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, somebody cheating and you just ain't found out yet.
Yeah.
But absolutely, we're not downplaying the ones that are. And I tell Peggy all the time, I say, girlfriend, I believe that there are beautiful relationships,
Mm-hmm.
and that people have them right from the beginning. I see them on social media too, where they show themselves falling in love as teenagers, and now they have 5 children, and how beautiful it is and how they're still in love and how happy they are and all of that good stuff. People have wonderful, loving, fabulous relationships.
Right.
They do. They do.
Mm-hmm.
She says,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, be careful for what you want because it may not be what you really, really want. Yeah.
Or
Well,
really, really need. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, there's no need in being jealous of seeing people like that because you think, oh, I would want that, but you don't know the price that they paid to get that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what they've gone through to get that. You don't know what
Mm-hmm.
they're putting up with. Trying to
Mm-hmm.
find a green grass and then you find out it's brown as hell.
Uh-huh.
It's all dried and crusty.
Yeah.
Crystal says she don't care. 9 out of 10 they faking.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. That fake love, that fake love,
That fake love.
that fake happiness, the relationship goal shit.
All of that bullshit. But no, there's folks out there doing it. There's folks out there living it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm
think so.
happy for them.
I'm happy for him too, because like I say, when we do really truly see the good relationships, and I think that gives us something to look forward to. Hey, it is possible. You can have a happy, good life with somebody. It just take the right somebody. Like I say, he may not be perfect, but he need to be perfect for me.
Yes,
Because I'm not perfect, but I need to be perfect for somebody that can
yes.
put up with me and all my bullshit. That's what it really boiled down to. Thing to put up with him. You got to find that right man that you can put up with him and all his bullshit. And if you good with putting up with him and all his bullshit, and he good with you and all your bullshit, y'all got a perfect match there. Bingo.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And then I can rest in my feminine energy.
Yes, yes.
Because my feminine energy wants to submit to you. But I
Right.
can't submit to somebody with no leadership qualities, no vision, no provision, no intention of protecting, who doesn't have my best interest at heart, and who's always, because I'm always thinking about you ahead. Hey, he
Mm,
likes this. I'm gonna get this for him. Hey, he likes doing this. I'm gonna do this for him. I'm gonna prepare his, favorite meal. I'm thinking ahead. So I'd like for you to do the same thing. So I would like to be able to rest in that and not have to be concerned about you taking me out of my feminine energy. Cause I
mm,
like it. I like being in it. I like
mm,
being, girly and cute and sweet and sexy.
mm,
You know.
And another, yeah, we talked about briefly too that being sexy all the time around the household. That's that feminine energy. It's easy to do when you have a good man, a partner that's making your life easier and making the things that you have to do at home easier. That you're not working a full-time job or two jobs, and you still have to come home and cook and clean and make sure the laundry done and pick up the groceries and have that meal on the table for the kids and help them with homework and do it. By the time you get to the bed 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, hell, you tired. You lucky if you have anything on. Or you run
Right.
around in a raggedy t-shirt and a pair of holy bedroom slippers. Like you tired as hell. How you gonna be all dolled up and beautiful and pretty all the time? They come home, they want you to be pretty and fabulous, and you don't work like a dog and ran and slaved all day long for the last 7, 8 days straight. Are you
Right.
serious?
Uh, for real? And you want me to make mad passionate love to you?
All that too.
Step says, when you meet the man who wants to put up with you and all your bullshit, she said, but then you will have the perfect bullshit, just glowing and bullshitting together
That's
happily.
right. Happily, exactly. That's the key. That's the key right there, for
Right?
real.
It'd be like,
Yeah.
welcome to us and all of our bullshit.
Yep.
you know, this,
Absolutely.
this is it. So that's a good thing. Hey, listen, it's fun talking with y'all. We always Darren comes in.
Darren always back there lurking in the background, just
Yeah,
chilling. You know,
yeah,
we talk about our men. The men, they'll say hello and good evening, ladies, but then they duff out the conversation. They don't
yeah.
never put their 2 cents in about what they think
No,
about what's going on. Yeah.
uh-uh.
And that's okay. We appreciate you listening. Share it, like, share. Tell somebody about Raw Talk. Come on in on the conversation. Join us. We love to have you. Your thoughts, your energy, whatever it is, masculine, feminine. We don't care what it is. Just bring the energy. We're gonna bring ours. You bring yours, and let's just have a good old time. Let's just
Let's
have a
just have a good old time. Let's
yeah,
enjoy our bullshit happily together.
exactly.
Crystal says she is not following a fool and being in my feminine
Okay.
and being in my feminine energy should come naturally for
Yeah,
the man that is right for you.
for you, right? Exactly. Because I
Mhm.
can't even see trying to, and I was just telling you this also again. I think I shared this with you in a conversation. I was like, girl, I don't watch so many black movies over here where these women just sexing these men up left and right. I mean, they having sex like it's going out of style. I cannot, I don't know how they do it, but I just can't do it. And I just can't see myself just hopping and jumping and kissing. Just the mere thought of just kissing man to man to man to man to man. It's just like I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they have the feminine energy to play soft and sexy and all lovey and sexy with that person, and they really not feeling that person like that. I can't fake it. That's some real fakery shit. I can't do that. I'm not gonna fake it with you. If I'm not feeling you, if I don't like you, if I don't really enjoy kissing you, I'm not wasting my time with you, sweetie. I'm not doing that. And I don't know how people do it, but they do it all the time. I see it being done.
Yeah,
But
for
like I say,
sure.
to each his own. I'm not knocking. I'm not judging. I'm just saying To
It
be at
ain't for
peace
you.
in my feminine energy, I wanted to be with the right man that I wanted to be with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Steph
that's
says,
what I think.
we got a new viewer tonight. She says her mom came in. Thanks. That is
Oh,
beautiful.
goodness. Hey, Tanya, beautiful queen. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank
Listen,
you
we
so
are just
much.
happy that you're here now. No need for apologies. Um, you are welcome to come anytime. We love to hear from you.
Yes. Go back and watch the clip, watch the show, share it, post it, send it wherever you need to send it through Messenger. We'd love to have you bring in some other people, come and chat with us. We just love the conversation.
Yes,
I
we
love it.
do.
I enjoy it. I
Steph says
enjoy it.
those women you're talking about need to get a Grammy because it ain't no way.
Yeah, honey, they
She said
do.
it ain't no way.
Yeah, I never had Grammy winning days, but no, baby, I'm not faking it like
Oh,
that.
I
Mhm.
have. And Jay makes an
You
interesting
have, but
comment.
will you do it again?
Oh no,
Okay, well, you had your Grammy winning days. Yeah.
no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She says, Jane says that sex is replacing love, real love.
Well, that's because a lot of people misconcept. Women think having sex with somebody is loving and being in love and loving feelings, and it's being equally reciprocated that you're getting love in return when the other person's mind is not where on the same page and they're lusting and it's just a sexual thing for them and they just passing time of satisfying their wow. So you got to know where you at with the person you with. I
Well,
mean,
let's not act like women are not doing that.
yeah, yeah.
It's a
Okay.
misconception to think that
Mhm.
women are having sex all the time because they think that
In
it's
love.
love. Women
Right.
are having sex because they want to have sex, because
Yeah,
women
yeah.
like to have sex and
Yeah,
they
I
want to
agree with
have
that.
sex.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of them don't put restrictions on that. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have to be a long time relationship. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to be something that you're working on to be together forever.
yeah.
They want
They
it
want it. Yeah, I
and
agree. I
they go
agree.
and get it.
Yeah,
And Steph says that's what you call a hoe, plain as day. Call them what you want, but they're doing it.
they're doing it. They've been doing it for a long time. Like I said in another show, they're best cheaters on earth. They can cheat in a relationship out. I mean, they doing their thing.
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
To each his own. Like I say, no judgment zone. So we don't like to really say people hoes and nothing like that. Why can't you have a high tolerance for sex? Why can't you enjoy multiple sex partners if that's what you enjoy? If that's what you enjoy, that's what you enjoy. At the end of the day, nobody gonna pay for it or slave for it but you.
Exactly.
You putting in the work.
Tanya says that she loves you so much.
Oh, thank you, baby. I love you too. Hmm. And her mama too. I know her mom. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
Steph said those are facts. If there's no restrictions, she has she has hoe syndrome. Okay.
Savon
She got
syndrome.
hoe like tendencies.
Okay.
Whatever
But
it
I think
is.
all of us can have whole like tendencies, but it's just like men, they have whole like tendencies. I think they act upon theirs more than most women do.
Yeah,
Then it's a matter of self control again.
yes.
In
If
a
you
relationship or single, it's self control.
It's self-control. Now, Steph, you weren't around when we talked about what a hoe is, and if you what was it? If but we talked about the definition of being a hoe and what makes a hoe, and all of that kind of thing. It's a past show. You can go back to YouTube and check that out. But basically, if you are well, the definition of a whore is someone who accepts money for sex. That's what the definition is in the dictionary, because we discussed it that night. So normally we think, oh, that's a prostitute. That's not what the definition is. The definition of a whore is a woman who has sex in exchange for money. Okay. And so that's what the definition is. Now, colloquially, we say hoe, and then we attach a bunch of other things to it. She has sex with multiple men, either simultaneously or one after the other, or, just whenever she feels like it. She meets a man today, she has sex with him tomorrow. She might be in a relationship with him for a while, but, she's hoeing around. But if you have sex without being married, use a hoe. You're hoeing. So, check yourself on that. What are you doing? She said it's just too. She said it's too much. She said it's too much for her.
Where's Ray Marine?
Where is Ray Marine? I need to call him right now.
Okay, where is Derek tonight? We heard from where is Sean White? He's not at the building tonight.
No, no, he's not in the building tonight. He's probably mad at me. He'll live though.
Look, girlfriend, we can't grow our channel. You pissing people off.
Hey, don't F with me. Word to the wise. Don't F with me.
Oh God.
Oh. You can get pissed off or pissed on. Take your pick. But don't F with me. Steph says, just in case something goes wrong, I would like to know. She said, I would know. It's up to the individuals. I think I missed what she was talking about. She says she's going to look it up. She's going to go to that show. She said, I'm a subscriber. Woo woo, big ups. Yes, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, you can go back and see.
Okay.
Steph said, okay, correct me. I'd like to admit that I'm wrong. I'll just say she borderline. Yeah, she got hoe-like tendencies. Listen, baby, it's okay. Yes. Your opinion is welcome.
Oh, yeah. We gonna
and we know that that's what society says, okay? We get that. We get that, that she's loose, that she's a Jezebel, that she... whatever it is. And let me tell you something, girl, the world is running rampant with them. They just out there just all over the place.
In the church, out the church, in the club, out the club, in the pulpit, in the wherever, you name it, it's going on. Trust me.
Right.
They're getting it in.
They getting it in. Jane says, look at Nick Cannon, 10 kids and counting, and he is spreading them all over the place.
Ooh, all over. Well,
he's got one woman, I think she's having her third baby from him. I would love to talk to those women. I'm wondering what are they thinking? Do they think that they're the only ones, or that somehow having a baby from him is going to lock him in, or they just want to tap into his money?
His wealth.
It's just like, hey, if I'm just going to be a whore and whore around, who better to whore around with than this rich man?
Yeah, because they figure Rich Cannon, I'm having his babies, he gonna take care of them. I'm good. That's security, I believe. They're looking for security. And hopefully those children are in his will and gonna be taken care of long after he's gone. So I don't know.
Well, he comes from a wealthy family. So he's made his own wealth. And then he's made his own wealth.
Yeah, he's made his own wealth. Yeah.
They'll be fine. She says Nick Cannon is a reverse hoe. Yeah, he's a whoremonger.
A real Mac Daddy, a real playboy.
But in the end, as women, we want to enjoy being in our feminine energy, the part that is beautiful. Feminine, beautiful, intelligent, and, sweet, kind, and loving. Just.
We would like to be in that energy all the time, in that space.
Yeah, don't F with us. That's all I'm saying. Oh, Crystal said after 10 children, there's no child support. I don't know what you mean by that,
Well,
Crystal.
after 10 children, there's no child support. So that's what he's working on then. If she's saying after 10 children, he doesn't have to pay any child support for any of the kids, then he definitely working on number 11 as we speak.
Whoa.
Oh my God. That's the
Steph
first
said
time
she
I've
heard
heard
that
that.
too.
Huh?
What?
Oh, we got to research that and have a show on that one.
We sure do.
Yes, we do. That's a hot topic right there. We need to do that.
Yep. Consider
After
it
10
done.
kids, no child support. OMG.
So no child support for number 11 on up, or no child support for number 10 on down?
Oh, I can't imagine it being either one of them. Because so those 10 children gonna get left out the loop because you got 11, 12, 13 on the way coming. So
That's
they get taken care of
unbelievable.
now and the other ones don't. Research. We got to look into that one.
And then James says, not the same mom.
No, all the three. You said one of them had 3 from him, then most of them got 1 or 2 from him. Or they 7 other
One.
different women. Yeah. Well, we know Mariah got 2, but she got the twins from him. That's 5.
Right
so
there.
It's 5 other women out there, or either, one of those 5, somebody had 1 or 2 other children from him.
Steph said that she hadn't seen it written, but she's heard it on numerous occasions.
Oh, wow.
Crystal says 10% is 100% of pay. Oh. So it's just like you have a certain amount of money. And if each kid gets 10%, now you ain't got no more money. So after you have 10 children, there ain't no more money for the 11th one or the 12th. Is that what she meant?
We got to check that out.
Oh,
yeah.
And then she said, so no kids get child support.
What?
None of them get it, because to give it to any of them, to give it to all of them would take all of your money.
All your money, yeah. I don't see how that makes
We got
sense.
to see. I'm just saying, no kids at all get it. That's what they're saying, that no children will get it. You know what? He would be a rotten, stinking piece of, he would be a real turd.
Who can stop him?
To have so many children that they say you don't have to pay child support. I can't imagine. Well, look.
Well, he probably would give what he want to give. He probably wouldn't give that 10% that he would be required to give, but I think he would probably still give each of the parents, money towards those children, but not that full 10%. Yeah, right. So he could give this, everybody get a little something. What he thought was reasonable.
Right.
Not the courts.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Steph says that she'll inbox us the facts. If she comes across it, she'll inbox us. Don't worry. I'll be Googling. We're going to Google that. We're going to find out what the hell is going on. That's about to take me out of my feminine energy.
Don't let it take you out, girlfriend. Don't let it take you out. You're looking too pretty to go out.
Yeah, I'm with you, Steph. I would like to believe that. I honestly believe that he's responsible. But it's irresponsible to have that many children from that many women. But that he's responsible.
On whose part? Because at the end of the day, like I say, women know what they're doing. They know about birth control. They know about a lot of things that I know mistakes happen, and morning after pills and all kind of things that you can do to take precautions. And I know 1 or 2 can still slip in there. So it's both people's responsibility, but more so I do think it lay on the lady's part.
It does.
Yeah. So.
And we use that thing, between the coochie and the baby having, folks use that to try to lock somebody in,
Lock
and
them in, lock them down, lock.
you can't do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put themselves in a certain position. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you got 10% of Nick Cannon's money coming in on a monthly basis, baby, you doing all right. You doing all right.
Yep. She said, Steph says, I believe women may see it as a meal ticket. They know the child will be straight. Yeah,
She
when it
gonna be
comes to
straight too.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's going to be straight too, a
Yeah, because
certain.
the women, they gonna take care of themselves on that money. That money not 100% going to the child. I mean, it's gonna keep a roof over the child head and food on the table and clothes. But they getting nails done and lava strips and Birkin bags and all kinds of stuff out of that money too. They scratching the dollars. They starting businesses. They doing different things with the money.
But
It's the
really and
benefit of them.
truly, they shouldn't get that much money. It's child support. How much money does it take to take care of the child? But when it comes to people like Nick, then you're supposed to be taking care of them on the same level that he's living on. I don't agree with that. Now, if you were married to him, yes. But if you just having a baby, you shouldn't expect for your lifestyle to match his because you have a baby from him. It doesn't take no $10,000 a month child support for you to raise no child and take care and take care of him properly.
Right.
So anyway, Steph talking about if she was single, talking about come on over, Nick. You better calm down, Steph. You better just calm your little cute old self down.
Come on over, baby. Come on over. Stephanie, stop it.
Yeah, but she says that it goes. It's based on his income. So there it is. Crystal is saying, hey, now with abortion off the table, she's heard that once the heartbeat is considered, once the child has a heartbeat, is considered a fetus, and child support is now owed before birth. But that's another show. I saw that too. I saw that story too, Crystal, where they're saying now they're going to start imposing child support on the male while the female is pregnant.
Oh, wow. That's a game changer.
I saw that
That's
too.
For prenatal care and all that other stuff, I guess, and preparing for the baby.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Most definitely. Jane says that that Nick Cannon has an illness and he says he wants to leave a legacy. I just wonder if he can infect his offspring. I don't know what that illness is. And why would you want to have a bunch of sick children? So whatever the illness is, it must be something that's in his genetic makeup.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is, what defect that is he's passing along. Yeah, Steph. Yeah, that's new. That's new about the man now having to provide child support for the unborn child.
So as soon as you're pregnant. Wait a minute. That's a question that comes in with that too, because once you say I'm pregnant and so is the father, they have ways of determining at that point if that is in fact the father, because if it's 2 or 3 men involved and you pointing the finger at 3 different men, are you going to get child support from 3 different men until the baby's paternity is proven?
I don't know. Steph says that she's not with that because he may not be the father. Thank you, Maury Povich. He may not be the father.
How do you prove that that's in fact the father? If she say I'm pregnant and you the father, Nick, but you've been with 6 other men during the time of conception. So Nick gonna have to pay for this baby because you picked Nick because he's the only one with some money and the rest of them broke jokers. So of course you're not gonna name them.
No.
Right. So
and she said, women are scandalous.
Women are scandalous.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
hell
said,
yeah.
"Yeah, Jane." She's telling Jane she heard that too. I didn't want it to repeat it because she wasn't sure about Nick having some sort of illness or something, and he wants to make sure that he has a,
Offspring.
a
Children.
legacy. Crystal talking about hoeing.
That's his legacy. Even in the streets, wilding out too long.
Right, right.
Yeah.
A,
He's been
a
wilding out.
whole there's a whole lot of hoeing going on. There's a whole lot of hoeing in this mother.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
You say he
That is what.
wilding out.
Hey, listen, you all have given us some homework to do. So we have a guest that will be joining us next week. So week after next, we're going to have to take on and find
Yes.
out what's going on with the child support thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should be interesting. That should be interesting, in fact. Yeah, indeed.
This Step is on one tonight. She said that woman better have 28 baby showers because if that baby isn't his, she'll be broke after paying the payback, the back pay.
Okay. She will. Oh gosh.
Yeah, but we have to look into that. I want to see what the deal is on that.
Yeah, I would too. Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, go to bed, Steph. She said she's supposed to be sleeping and she up here messing around with us.
Thank
All
you,
right, baby,
baby.
don't worry. We
Counting
love
out
you.
robbery.
We
Yes.
appreciate your energy, everybody. Jane, Crystal,
Yes.
Steph, Tanya,
Anita,
everybody.
Monique, Darren, everybody who checked in and said hello.
Really?
And yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Willie,
And
of course, Willie. Uh-huh.
and then all of the people I can see in the background who didn't
Okay.
say anything. So
Right. We love you
thank you
guys
for
too.
being there.
Yes. Join us
We-
again.
Yes, we do. We love and appreciate you so much. Raw Talk Live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Get those invites out. Thank you. We appreciate it. And
Yeah.
and we look forward to seeing you next week. And in the meantime, stay safe and be good. Ain't that right? Be
Stay in
good.
be good and stay in your feminine energy.
Yes.